Hi there, it's Monty again, and this is your so early I'm already losing count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Your fifth tutorial for HTML. This is for aerotechplusone. Okay, in this tutorial we are going to do attributes. Now, first of all, we're going to know what attributes are. Attributes are additional information about the tag, or instead of tag, I can see an element. Properties of attributes are they should be in the beginning tag, which is the opening tag of the element, and an element could have more than one attribute. Okay, an example of an attribute would be form. Form is the opening tag, and within that opening tag we have name. Name. I don't equal sign. My equal button just messed up. Name. Let's see. Form. Let's call it name is form. Now this is one attribute, the name attribute. Now the content of the tag, or the content of the element, would be between the opening and the closing. So content could be input, now you're going to use a type tag, input type, let's see, submit. And later on, when you get into forms, you'll get to know more about those attributes, the types. Like there are submit for the attribute type. There is also file, there's also text, and there's also password, and so much more. Name, submit, just a name. Also attribute tag name. We have placeholder. No, wait. We have value tag. And when you use an attribute, attributes actually are additional information about the tag, which I've said earlier. So these tags amount to the how can I say this? The object. They are the object on the web page document. So if I have value of submit, that value will be what will be on the submit button. There's also for type, there's also button, and there's also file which will be an upload. So value would be also, all should be in quotation marks, single or double. I usually use single whenever inside tag. Value will be submit me. I'll close this. Now for that input, this will be the closing here. Doesn't really need a backslash before the closing, but it's gonna be like this. That's how HTML is built for. Also, we have other tags such as inform. We have input, which is a child of form. Input type is equal to text. Create mistakes. Text placeholder is an attribute also, and the placeholder attribute will it will be equal to what's in the input field. So if I save this, type here and close that, and I'm going to run that in the browser. Here you are, type here, submit me. As you can see here, submit me the value and type here. So you type here, once you type in one character, symbol, character, anything, the placeholder will just be removed. So if I, instead of placeholder, I had value, then it wouldn't work because value is only for a button. And some other stuff also. Well, that's basically it. Now once again, value placeholder is an attribute. Now attributes additional information about the tag. This additional information is usually just going to modify. Oh, shit. Basically just going to modify that object. But once again, I'm going to do one more thing and put a break line here. Remember I mentioned break line earlier. Break line is BR, the BR tag, that's break line. And it's going to just move an object, such as paragraphs, anything, to the next line. So I'm going to have text area name. I'm going to call it message. A text area could also be a part of a form. It is part of a form, but you don't need a type because text area is obviously text, as stated in the name. It's a text area, an area for text. So calls is columns. I see 30. Rows, I'll see 2. That's gonna look very, very strange. The text area also should be having the closing tag also. Let's reload this. You see, the default size is 30 to 2 rows. 1 row, 2 row is actually, you're going to be, when you press enter, you could be able to measure the row, but that's 50 to 2. And also when you use CSS, you can be able to modify it for the max and min width of the text area, the same way we had HTML, we had form, we had UL, we had form input, and all these things. The same way you have text area as a division because it's built in. So then be able to, instead of having it to be like this, where people can just, or the user could just change the size to whatever they like, then make the document very untidy. Because whatever below text area, and put something below it so you'll be able to see what I'm talking about. Whatever below text area here will be moved down, up, anyway. Whatever to the right also will also move. So basically, attributes describe more about the content, or as you can see, oops, my mind went blank. It's just earlier. Okay, so that's it. We'll see you in the next tutorial, and then it's gonna get a little bit easier to understand. So see you next time.